Hey, you guys, I am Jen Richards. I'm the CEO of Empower Health and Fitness, and I'm just popping in here today to walk you through what it's like to be a client on our team and what our coaching actually entails. So I'm going to pop right in here and kind of walk you through this. So let me share my screen and we will get started. So this is our staff of coaches. We've got 8 coaches, including myself, which is really, really exciting. So lots of knowledge throughout our team. We've got coaches in their mid-20s all the way up to 55. So we have a lot of experience, and our clientele, we work with a lot of pre, peri, and postmenopausal women. So this is very vital to have that knowledge, wide range throughout our entire program. Now, this is our entire team because we always like to just put some names to some faces. And we're accredited by the Better Business Bureau. I always like to mention that because clearly this is online coaching, and we do want you guys to know that we're real and we're credible. So our mission is really to help others take control of their lives by establishing the confidence and strength to live a healthy and balanced lifestyle that they are proud of. And I have been in the medical field for 16 years now as a physician assistant. So I have a lot of knowledge, and I also have had my own fitness journey for about 16 years as well. So I've struggled through a lot of seasons. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure this out, and I want to take the guesswork out for you guys, right? And I really wanted to establish a program that was based on education, because if you can understand this process, you are going to be successful on doing it on your own. And this program, we want you to be the last program that you ever need to purchase, so you're able to actually take away this knowledge and be successful on your own fitness journey and maintain a healthy and balanced lifestyle that you're proud of. So why we are different? I want to say we understand it's hard. I've struggled, our coaches have struggled, and we've learned the hard way. We will allow you to save so much time on your fitness journey because we want to take out that guesswork. We're going to give you the tools so you're able to reach your goals, like I said, much quicker and at a faster pace than we are. Now, there's no quick fixes. We want to really do this the healthy way. So we really want to focus on a well-rounded approach, but we've been where you are. We understand that it's hard, and we really want to make it much easier for you. And also, we meet you where you're at, right? Not every client is the same. Not every client has the same goal. So we're going to be designing a program that works for your lifestyle and your schedule. The worst thing that you can do is to sign up for a program, and it's another extra added stress. We don't want it to be that way. So really customizing a program where it meets you where you're at. And then we're going to always modify and adjust because we'll have different seasons of your journey. So we will modify along the way. We also transform your habits. Okay. Habits are really, really important. If we don't have a strong, solid foundation, we cannot build upon that. It's going to crumble. And so we're going to help you identify your bad habits, allow you to build some new ones so you're successful for your fitness journey long term. And we also will hold you accountable. Progress comes from consistency, and that's one of the hardest things to do on your fitness journey. So we're going to be there every step of the way, holding you accountable to your goals. Also want you to know that we've designed a program for busy individuals, busy moms, busy nurses, busy physician assistants, busy CEOs of their company. We've helped thousands of women transform their lives and become successful through our programming, which is based on the forefront of education. That's the most important thing, but also you want to be working with somebody who's been where you're at before, right? And I, as a physician assistant, used to travel every single week on an airplane. I was in a different hotel. I was in different rental cars, different airports every single week, traveling about 3 to 4 days. And if I can do this, you can do it. There is nothing special about me. And so entering our program, we take the guesswork out for you because we really understand it's hard. We're going to meet you where you're at. We're going to transform your habits, and we're going to hold you accountable. So popping into our program, we're going to first start with accountability. So to be successful, I'm not going to sell you any magical pillars, right? This is really the basics. If you can understand the basics and you really understand the why, you're going to be successful long term. And so most clients need accountability, nutrition, and workouts, right? And so with accountability, what that looks like on our team is we have 2 different levels of accountability. So we have a higher level programming, which is a Zoom check-in every single week. You're going to sit down with your coach on a Zoom call for about 20 to 30 minutes. They're going to go over wins and challenges. They are going to come up with new goals every single week. Not every client's schedule is the same week to week. Maybe you're going on vacation. Maybe you are working a lot. You can't get in any of your workouts. We want to make adjustments so you don't feel like you're failing or falling behind. Now, our second form of accountability, which is our most popular kind because we work with a lot of busy people, is a video check-in. What that means is your coach is actually going to do a video for you, and it's very interactive. They're going to get your photos, weight, check-in form, measurements. If you're doing that every single week, you're going to send it into your coach. Your coach gets everything. They can pop up your client profile on their computer and do a screen share, and you can actually see them in the corner talking. So this is a very interactive video. They're going to walk through a check-in form, answer your questions, review your nutrition, go over your workouts, make any changes. And then they actually send you a link to that video in the app with goals for the week, and you're able to watch that on your own time. So those are the two forms and levels of accountability. Now, you also have 24/6 access to your coach, which means you can message them at any time in between your check-ins. We don't just want it to be one touch point and like, goodbye, we'll see you in 7 days. You're going to have questions. You're going to need help. And so you can message your coach at any time throughout the week in between check-ins in the app. Policy is to get back to you within 24 hours, which typically it's much quicker than that. It just should not be longer than that. And also, an example would be like, maybe it's a Friday night, you stuck on track all week and you're going out with your family and you're going to a restaurant and you're like, what do I order? You'll be able to have access to your coach. You guys can walk through that together and you can work as a team to pick something that is going to be the best for you and your goals. So that is accountability in a nutshell. Now, nutrition, well-balanced approach. So working in the medical field, I want this to be safe. I want this to be successful long-term. And so we really go with the 80-20 rule, 80% whole healthy foods, the other 20%, whatever you want to make this process more enjoyable. We don't cut anything out. Why? Because we know what happens. We want that even more if we cut it out. And so we want to teach you everything in moderation and teach you how to do that. Most of us, including myself, used to have the mentality of like black or white, it's good or bad. But there's this large gray area in the middle. And if you can understand that and you can grasp it, you're going to be so successful along your fitness journey because you can go on vacation, not miss out, not gain 10 pounds because you understand what moderation is in that gray area in the middle. So we really want to teach you that through nutrition and do this the healthy way. Also, we meet you where you're at, right? How many times have maybe you tried a program, they just sign you up, throw you everything, you start the next day. And while that's very exciting because you get going quick, you get your stuff and you're like, where do these numbers come from, right? And we don't do that. Our coaching is different. We really meet you where you're at. And before we even make your program, we actually have you log in MyFitnessPal. The free version is completely fine. But if I don't know where you're at, I don't know how to get you to where you need to be. We don't just use a random calculator to just discover your numbers, right? We need to know where you're at. So we're going to get that information, and we don't do a meal plan because you can't carry a piece of paper around for the rest of your life, right? You're going to go on vacation. You're going to leave that piece of paper at home. So teaching you this is how we're going to do this, but we know you guys need a guide. So what we do is look at what you logged and give you an example day in the life of eating. Now we try to use foods that you like and that you enjoy. So when you get this thing, it's not chicken, rice, and broccoli for every single meal, right? It's something that you could see yourself doing and your family doing on a day-to-day basis. We also give you foods list. That's not the only foods you can eat, but these things are like your training wheels, right? When you're learning this process, you're going to need something to go off of. So we give you that. Eventually, you're going to not need those things. You're going to be able to do this on your own. And we don't just pay attention to macros and micronutrients, right? We have clients that log, we have clients that don't log, but we understand that macronutrients are important, but also micronutrients, looking at that stuff, where your sugar's at, where's your fiber, where's your sodium, where's your cholesterol, things that like kind of fall by the wayside and nobody really talks about. Well, we're going to make sure we're looking at those things so we have a well-rounded picture of your health and what we need to work on. So in terms of training, that's next. So we're going to make sure this is customized for you. I have a background, spine and orthopedics and pain management and wound care and sports medicine, right? And so having that knowledge is really helpful in our programming to make sure we're designing a program that actually works for you. Sometimes we have lots of health problems that we have restrictions, right? Maybe you have a surgery and you can't do full workouts, right? We need to be able to modify things on your program so you're actually able to do them. When you get your program, you're not like, man, I can't even fit this in my life, right? And so even before we design a program for you, we're going to ask like, hey, are you doing them at home? Are you doing them at the gym? If you are doing at home, what equipment that you have. So we can look at that and make your program. So when you get it, you can actually do it. Also, we don't just throw you a 7-day program it's going to take you an hour a day, right? Who has time for that? We work with a lot of busy people. And so everybody has a different schedule. And so we're going to ask you, how many days is comfortable for you, right? How long is your workouts, right? This is truly customized to you. And we're going to work as a team to develop that for you. Now, your seasons may change. You may have more time. You may have less time. We'll modify that as you go. But you do get new workouts every 4 to 6 weeks. Everything is housed in our app, which also has a video attached to it. So if you're not sure what something is, you can play the video to make sure you're doing it correctly. Now, if you're doing the video, if you're doing an exercise and it feels weird, you're really not sure, you can always video yourself and you can send it to your coach. We call those form videos, and they can send it back with some voiceover helping you fix the movement so you're actually doing it correctly. And you're able to check into your workout. You're able to rate your workout. You're able to feedback for your coach in there. You can also input the weights that you're lifting. So we know you're pushing yourself and getting stronger throughout your program. So our app is very interactive, and you will have a program tailored to you, customized to you, and it will change over 4 to 6 weeks so you don't get bored. But also you can challenge yourself and push yourself, and we know that you're improving and getting stronger. So community, that is really big. Education and community, right? We have a free Facebook group, but we also have a client-only Facebook community. It's just another area where you guys have more access to the coaches. We answer questions in there. We do lives in there. We also have a weekly group Zoom call. It's a 60-minute Zoom call every single week, and we alternate coaches that do it every week. So you can learn from every single human and coach on our team, which is really, really exciting because you get different point of views, you get different knowledge, you get different specialties. What we do on those calls is the coach actually brings a topic, which they teach about for about 15, 20 minutes, and they open it up to Q&A. So you can come to that call with questions. You can meet other people. And those calls, if you miss them, because we know people are busy, we email the recording the next day so you can catch up on that. The purpose of our group and our community is to share wins, network, have some fun. Fitness is hard, so having a good supportive community is a vital part of a program, and it's really important that you've got that community feel. Also, we understand that not everybody has social media, so we have a exclusive client portal, which you'll have a login to. So anything that we give is going to be able to access in that portal in a very easy fashion. So you can find everything. Another really cool thing, which I think probably is one of the favorites, is we give recipe packets every month. You get 15 new recipes. Now, these are quick and easy. You don't have to be an exotic chef. I can do them, and I am not a cook. But we've done the guesswork for you because we know you're busy, and we know sometimes for those clients that log, you don't have time to be logging all sorts of ingredients and try new things. And so in our recipe packets, we actually give you a key so you can see if it's high protein, gluten-free, vegetarian. There's lots of restrictions in there. There's a key in there. There's a grocery list for whatever you're making. There's also a sample weekly meal plan. So if you want to plan this in the week for your family, you've got kind of an outline of what that could look like. But the cool thing is you can make these recipes. At the bottom, there's a MyFitnessPal scan bar. So you just literally make them, scan them, put your serving size in, and you're done. You don't have to log all these things. And so this is very, very cool. And I think is one of the favorites in our community because we give those every single month. You have 15 new fresh ideas that are very quick and easy and ready to go for you. So resources. We have a lot of resources because we want you to be prepared, right? We want you to be prepared before your program. We want to educate you throughout your program. And I wasn't lying earlier. Our program is based on education. And so we have our educational roadmaps. What that means is every single month, your coach is going to be teaching you about a topic, and they actually have an ebook to give you that you can have, keep, refer back to it. We do start with the basics. Why? Because we need a solid foundation, like I mentioned earlier, or we're not going to be able to build on top of that because our foundation is going to crack, right? So we want the basics down pat, and then we start teaching the harder stuff, right? So throughout your program, depending how long you're in the program, you are going to start kind of with the basics, and then you're going to get to the harder stuff along the program. We also have a lot of resources, because I'm in the medical field. So a lot of things, if you've got injuries, you need stretches, things like that. We have all types of resources for you so we can accommodate these things if and as they occur. If you have a surgery, things like that, obviously you're going to get things from your doctor, but we also have things for you to help and tailor your program to. We provide a lot of education even before you start on macros. We're going to be teaching you this process if it's something that you want to learn, but we also want you to be prepared for your program. So we give you a lot of resources even before your program starts. So when you start, you're ready to rock and roll. You're not confused and you are excited, right? Also, Shreds. That's really, really important. That's biofeedback. Me working in the medical field, it's not just about eating healthy food and working out, right? We need a well-rounded picture. And so shreds really stands for sleep, hunger, recovery, energy, digestion, and stress. We want to look at where you're currently at, but then give you protocols also throughout your program so we can give you something to shoot for, right? If you're only sleeping 4 hours at night, we want to be able to give you some goals to improve that, because it's not just about working out more and eating less. There's such a bigger picture to this. And if we don't understand your biofeedback, then we aren't going to be able to improve. And so every week we ask on your check-in form about your biofeedback, which is a really, really important part of our program. Also, since we have a medical background to our programming, we also review blood work, right? We work with a lot of pre, peri, postmenopausal women. We have lots of thyroid disorders. We have pregnancy on the team, things like that. So we're able to go through blood work. I review that, right? We want to make sure we're covering all of our bases, especially if you are putting in all the work and then you are kind of just not getting the progress that you want. We never want to put it on you as a client, like, hey, you're not doing the thing. We want to make sure you're doing all the things, but in addition, we're doing our work and saying, hey, maybe we should get some blood work. We'll kind of go through what you should get and do some recommendations. You can get it, I can read it. But we also work with a in-house clinical dietitian and nutritionist, and he can do any advanced testing like GI mapping, Dutch test. Lots of people have different GI issues or bloating, and we want to look more into that. So we work with him in-house, and he offers our clients a 50% discount, which is really, really exciting. And so if that's something that our clients are interested in, we have that available, and you don't have to go searching for one, which is really, really exciting. So we have a lot of supplemental resources along the way. These are just some transformations because this is exciting. We want you to know that we help people just like you, but all kinds of individuals, right? So this is Allie. She is a busy mom. And the cool thing is I used to go to high school with her. So she's an athlete and she is really busy. She owns her own practice. She's an optometrist. She's got 2 kiddos, and she was just in a rut. She was gaining extra weight. She was not confident in her body. She was exhausted. She had no energy. So just bringing her in, really teaching her. She was working out at home, educating her. She lost about 32 pounds in 9 months. Now she stayed with us for longer after that because she just wanted to work on intuitive eating. Say, hey, I like where I'm at. Now, how do I manage this on my own without continuing to log? So working on that was really, really cool. And so she had amazing progress. This is Linnell. She was very fun to work with. Now we talk about clients that log. We also have clients that do not log. It's possible, right? So she was a client that was not going to log. She's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not logging in MyFitnessPal. So we brought her in. We customized her program. She was with us for about a year, but this transformation particularly is 16 weeks apart. This is her first transformation. She was eating healthy food, working out, lifting 4 days a week. She was not doing any cardio. She is a wine lover. She lives in California. So we wanted to see how she can incorporate wine without taking it completely out. In her first 16 weeks, she lost about 15 pounds. Now, like I said, this isn't her final transformation because she stayed with us for about a year, but this is really amazing progress and a successful client that did not log. So we want you to know that's possible too. Now, Jody, she was amazing. And we talk about really true customized programming. This client needed true customized programming. She had a lot of medical issues. She was 48. She had a hysterectomy when she was 22 because she had severe endometriosis. She had her gallbladder removed, then she had her bladder removed. You can see her urostomy bag right there. She also has severe rheumatoid arthritis. So she has a lot of limitations. So actually designing a program that she was able to do was vital. So we brought her in, designed her program. This is her 16-week transformation. I don't even remember how much weight she lost, but pictures speak 1,000 words. She had amazing progress. She had bad knees, so she just used the elliptical. She'd got a step goal in. She was lifting about 3 or 4 times a week. And this is her 16-week transformation. This is so powerful because if she can do it, if I can do it, you guys can do it. So that is Jody. And then we want to talk about Brooke, which is another client that, oddly enough, I went to high school with. She was a amazing soccer player, big athlete, played basketball. She got married, had some kids, gained some weight, and so she came to us. She lost about 50 pounds in 8 months. She was with us for longer, and I think her total weight loss was about 70 pounds. But this 50 pounds was in 8 months. She was working out at home. She has kiddos. She was enjoying vacation. She was logging, figuring out her nutrition and how that worked with her family and her lifestyle. She was working out about 4 to 5 days a week, depending on that. And she had amazing progress, right? So she can do this, you can do this, right? Now we talk about body composition changes, right? And we talk about, I don't really have a lot of weight to lose. I got that last 5 to 8 pounds or 10 pounds, and I just am skinny fat, right? And I've been there. Me personally, I was there. Like, so this is Kylie. She was a swimmer. She was working out a lot. She's very active, and she was just struggling to lose weight. She tried multiple things. She was never successful, and she was just really afraid of food. So working with Kylie, bringing her in, teaching her and educating her about nutrition, teaching her that food was not bad, that she needed to eat to reach her goals. Well, we ran out of time here. So teaching her just that she could eat and reach her goals was a vital part of her journey, right? And so she started around 13, maybe 100 calories, and we got her all up to 1,800 calories, and she was losing weight. She was losing inches, and she became so confident in her body. So that is really, really exciting. So that's Kylie's transformation. And I just am so excited that I was able to share this program with you, because this is life-changing. We've helped thousands of women transform their life. Thousands of women that are busy and that don't have time came to us. We educated them, we walked with them on their journey, and we were able to change their lifestyle and make them confident in a bathing suit, confident to take pictures with their kids, confident just to live life and not be scared of food or have to live in the gym. And we want that for you. And so if you are ready, if you are like, this is for me, this is exactly what I need, I want you to fill out an application. Once you fill out that application, somebody from our team will be reaching out to you to set up a 45 to 60-minute Zoom call. So we're actually able to sit down with you, get to know you, go over your goals, make sure the program is in fact a very good fit for you, then work together as a team to piece together a program that makes sense for you. And then to also work as a team and to come up with pricing that you're able to afford and that you feel comfortable with. So if you feel like this program is for you, then I would fill out an application right now so you can get on a call with us so we can start changing your life. I'm super excited to work with you.